Ken Griffey, Major League Baseball. Best baseball game on the system. A lot of fun. If you enjoy baseball, you'll like this game. Once again, if you've seen my top 20 video, you know how I feel about this game. Just overall, a very fun game. Lego Racers, generic kart racer for the N64. It's worth playing once. It's not great though. Madden 64, this was one I got originally with Super Mario 64 when I got the system. Had a lot of fun growing up when I played this game, but I have not played it since. Mario Golf, this is the sports Mario title, or just Mario title in general. I think that people go back to and play the least, maybe besides Dr. Mario. This game is slow, but it is a lot of fun. You just kind of have to sit down. When you learn how to play it, it starts getting really fun because you start birding like every hole. And I have a friend who's just ridiculous at this game. Maybe that's why I don't play it, because I know I'll never be as good as him at it. Mario Kart 64, this seems to be a fan favorite, a college favorite, a girl favorite. Everybody loves this game. Grandparents, I don't care. Everybody loves this game. Great music, great gameplay. I don't need to say anything about this one. The Mario Party series. All three of these games are a lot of fun. I'm happy I picked them up complete in box when I did. I picked them up complete in box probably for the price that the carts go for these days. It is crazy how much people are willing to pay for these games though. These games go for around $30. Mario Party 3 probably talking closer to $40. Just shows you how much people, probably nostalgia, but also very playable these days with friends. It doesn't get much more fun than playing Mario Party with 3 other people. Mario Tennis, great game, great music, gameplay and graphics that still hold up really well today. Probably in the top 1% of N64 games as far as how well it holds up. When you pick it up and play, you tend to not really notice the graphics or anything like that. It kind of has a Star Fox 64 feel where you just feel like this is timeless. Mickey's Speedway USA, this is one I have no nostalgia for, but that I went back and beat a year ago or so. Fun game. It's no Diddy Kong Racing though, and if you expect Diddy Kong Racing, you're going to be disappointed. I was slightly disappointed, but this is definitely worth playing through. It's rareware. Come on, you guys know how it works. Mischief Makers, this is a cult classic made by Treasure. This one gets a ton of talk. People consider it a hidden gem. I personally have played about half an hour of it, and I couldn't get into it right away. From what I've seen, like other people playing it, it looks entertaining, but for some reason I didn't catch on to it. So this is one I'm just going to have to go back and play. Mortal Kombat 4, I've sold 4 in Trilogy for N64 so many times, I finally decided to hold on to it when I got it complete in box for a good price. But I just don't enjoy Mortal Kombat games in general, really, outside of the second and third one for like Saturn or something like that. They're good, but they're not great, and especially for 64, this is not exactly like the prime console to play a Mortal Kombat game for, in my opinion. MRC Racing, have never played it. Mystical Ninja Goemon, very fun game, never played it growing up, picked it up about half a year ago or so. God, it's probably actually been a year now. Music is so good. For third-party titles for the system, this one's about as good as it gets. Very similar to an Ocarina of Time. Everybody needs to play it. It's probably not for everybody. It's a little Japanesey, but you be the judge. I still think everybody should probably own this in an N64 collection. The new Tetris, it's probably similar to Tetris. I don't know. I have not played it yet. 3 sports titles I haven't played at all. NBA Live 99, NFL Quarterback Club 99, and NHL Breakaway 98. I haven't touched them. For the people that are asking also why I'm picking up these games, I not only don't play but don't plan on playing. I was never going for a complete collection, but recently I've been coming across really cheap complete in box N64 games. We're talking a couple of dollars, and I couldn't pass them up. I mean, if a complete collection happens, it happens. I'm not going to go out of my way to spend a lot of money on dumb games that I'm never going to play, but when they cost me a couple dollars, it's definitely worth it just to own it and put it up on my shelf. I think it's kind of cool. Ogre Battle 64, this is one of the better N64 titles I have never gotten around to playing. This one's going to take a lot of time to devote to it, so kind of been putting this one off. A rare RPG for the N64. No, I think it's more like a strategy RPG, but still. Any RPG-ish game on the N64 qualifies as an RPG because there's so few. Paper Mario 64, such a fun game, such a great game. Graphics hold up so well today. Another rare RPG for the N64. Everybody's got to play this game. This game is worth playing through, no matter who you are, what kind of games you're into. This game's phenomenal. Perfect Dark. If you like GoldenEye, you'll like this game. I know some of you guys can't handle the controls now, going back from a Halo and Call of Duty style to playing a game with one joystick. What I say to that is that you should go on the Xbox 360 Marketplace and download this, and they have the controls adjusted and the graphics are improved. This is a great game. Some of the best graphics for the system, if not the best. Very impressive that Rareware could get this kind of graphical power out of the N64. Uses the expansion pack, so that kind of helps it. But just overall, very polished game, and it's nice to have bots, unlike in GoldenEye. Quest 64, you guys know how I feel about this game. This game gets a lot of hate. I like it a lot. It's fun. I like the music. I like the lack of story, I guess you could say. It's just, once you go past a certain area, you're never going to go backwards to it, and I kind of like that. It's linear, but hey, it's my kind of game. It's not everybody's. Also notable is I have a standee for this game, and I think it's the only one out there. I've never seen anybody else that has it, and that's kind of cool because it's kind of another one of my like one-of-a-kind pieces I have in my collection. If somebody else has it, great. I mean, it doesn't really bother me if somebody else does, but it's just cool knowing that I have a piece of Quest 64 history in my room. Pokemon Puzzle League. I like this puzzle game a lot. If you're into puzzle games, even a little bit, you'll like this one. I'm not super into puzzle game, but it's Pokemon and it's got just overall good gameplay. You'll enjoy it. Pokemon Snap, very unique on-rails camera shooting game. If you guys are into Pokemon, you'll enjoy it. This game is definitely not for everybody though, and I honestly barely ever play it these days. Rampage 2, when I was growing up, I thought these games were awesome. Going back now, they get very boring. I don't think this is a great game to play anymore. Rat Attack. This game is known for one thing, being very expensive, complete in box. I don't know, probably $100, $200 these days, depending on the condition. Mine is complete, but the box is kind of messed up, and I don't mind getting them like that because I'd rather not spend a ton of money. I got this one from the Video Game Shark in a nice little trade. It's always nice when you don't have to dish out money. But I've never played it. I remember looking at the gameplay and I was slightly intrigued, so maybe I'll get around to playing this. Revolt, this is the type of game that's incredibly cheap, so if you're into racing games at all, pick it up. I played this one with my friends and we actually had a good time for about an hour or two playing it. Road Rash, I actually got this game sealed off of eBay for like $10, which is a steal. I mean, this thing normally goes for probably $50 sealed at least. Not bad. It's not great though. I mean, there's some people that try to hype it up, and I don't think it really lives up to the hype. It's a one and done type of game. You'll play it once and you'll say this game's not bad, but you're not thinking about going back and playing it again. Resident Evil 2, I'm just not into these games, especially with the tank controls. I don't know if I'll ever get around to playing this game, but it's kind of interesting that this game could even fit on an N64 cartridge, and it's definitely impressive that they did that sort of late in the lifespan of the system. And this, along with Conquer Bad Fur Day, are known for having the largest storage capacity on their cart, so that's something that's pretty interesting. It kind of explains how they fit a PS1 game on the N64 and made it look even better. Ridge Racer 64. I've heard good things about this game, and I'm looking forward to playing this. I just got this complete in box recently from a game store for a few dollars, so looking forward to playing this one. San Francisco Rush Extreme Racing. I enjoy this series when I play it in the arcade. I don't enjoy it as much on the N64, with the exception of Rush 2049, which I still need to get. That's a pretty fun game on the 64. Shadowgate 64. I picked this one up for very cheap a few years ago, and I guess this one's gone up. I don't know how much, but not a super cheap game anymore, so I'm happy I got that out of the way. First person, I believe, and I haven't played it at all. Space Station Silicon Valley. This is one I go back and play all the time. I'll play it for a second and put it down. It's pretty easy to just pick up, play a level, and stop playing it. It's got a lot of puzzle elements to it. Once again, made by the team that eventually will go on to make Grand Theft Auto, I believe. A lot of interesting elements from this game eventually went into Grand Theft Auto, so for the history of Rockstar, probably worth checking out. And just in general, is a good game and an absolute hidden gem. And I found out about this game just from reading Nintendo Power obsessively as a kid. And I'm glad I did, because I have a lot of good memories with this one.